Bunch of Romans?
If Muhammad is a true prophet, I have a question.
Yeah.
Why, and if Jesus is not really who he says he is, why was he born from a virgin? Why was he the only one who was born from a virgin and did so many miracles, prophesied so much, healed a blind man, made a lame person walk again, healed a person with diseases? If he was just a prophet, he wouldn't have been able to do any of those things. We could say that they're miracles from God.
Okay, I got you.
Now, one thing that I wonder is that in Christianity or in the Bible, did all the prophets, the previous prophets, did they never have any miracles? Because that question implies that you see those miracles. How can Jesus have those miracles if he's not? What I understand from the implied question is, if he's not God, how can he do all of these things? I'm curious to know that in Christianity, do they not have the stories of previous prophets' miracles?
I got you. Good point. Why is Jonah the only one who was swallowed by a whale and survived? Why wasn't it Jesus?
Because that's what God wanted to happen.
Oh, okay. Why is Joshua the only person who stopped the sun for 3 days?
Why is what?
Why is Joshua the only person who stopped the sun for a few days?
Because that's what God intended for.
Okay. Why is Ezekiel the only one who brought back a whole army from the dead in Ezekiel chapter 37?
Can you just get to your point? Like, ask me.
Oh, okay. So prophets have specific miracles by the permission of God that are unique and specific to them. It doesn't make them more than a prophet. Just because Jesus is the only one to be born of a virgin, while Adam is the only one to be born without father or mother. Eve is the only one to be born of a rib. You have what's his name, John the Baptist. He was born.
The whole story of Jesus.
Just listen.
So
Just listen.
No, I get what you mean.
Let me finish. Last thing. John the Baptist was born miraculously. How was John the Baptist conceived when Zachariah and Elizabeth were too old? She was in menopause. How did she give birth? Is that a miraculous birth?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. So both John the Baptist and Jesus, who were cousins, both of them were born a miraculous birth.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, everything that Jesus did, another prophet
Did any of the other prophets heal someone?
Yes.
Did Muhammad heal someone?
Yes,
No,
the Prophet Muhammad, in authentic narration, he spat on one of the companions. Let me finish. He spat on one of the companions. Listen, he used. Let me finish. Let me finish.
No.
You just asked if anybody else did it. That's the point. So I'm telling you, the prophet used his saliva to heal and cure one of the companions' blind eyes.
Yeah, and Jesus did that first.
Okay, so
I'm not sure what's her point already. Because initially when she brought up the miracles, it is as if she want to point out that, mere prophet cannot do that. And then when all of this is being laid out, some of it I believe is based on the Bible. I'm not familiar with some of those from the Quran. And of course, because she is a Christian, then the Bible is used for her. But when all of those are laid out, suddenly, I'm not sure what her argument now, that Jesus do it first, hence what?
Okay, why did it take him a couple times to heal somebody? Why didn't it work the first time?
Who? Jesus?
Yes.
Who said it took him a couple times?
The Gospel of Mark?
The Gospel, okay. A couple times, because there was, I didn't see that.
Why didn't it work the first time? He had to do it twice. Why? Why is he doing it twice?
He did it to show the other people.
You're literally just making shit up as you go.
No,
you're literally just you have never even heard of what I'm talking about. Like you are just making.
All right. So yeah. What else is there to say? Of course, I'm not sure. This is a clip I'm not sure what's what she said afterwards, but the very point, because sometimes I found that certain argument is being made where I'm not sure what is the argument in the first place. Are you saying that because a person, a human being, have a certain miracle, suddenly he's beyond human being? Right, so that the argument? Because if that's the argument, there's so many, as mentioned there, right, and there are many others. Yeah, and normally those that I don't know, first come to mind is none of those, because some of those I'm not even familiar. Because normally I would think about Moses, the famous stories, right? But the others there. Anyway, so nothing much for me to comment here, because it's not really about Christianity here. It's about the person's, the woman's argument that is so non-argument or weak. But to be fair, there are some Christians that commented under my videos similar type of comments, which is I find that weird. Right? It's just like you are simply want to argue and you find whatever you have to argue, when the argument itself doesn't really carry much weight. But anyway, so thank you for watching. See you next time.